Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa. We've got all kinds of things going on, crazy things going on in the world. Some of it we won't talk about on today's show. I may have to do a special show for my Patreon just to get a few things off my chest. But we're definitely going to focus on cryptocurrency today. We've got Mame joining us, and there's rumors flying everywhere about what's happening and not happening on Amazon. There's a phone call happening, I believe, right now with stockholders in Tesla, which maybe we can kind of click into that and see if there was an announcement made or not made about using Bitcoin or not. That's another rumor flying around. There was an announcement about some tokens on Uniswap. And it was not a typo. I wrote Bitcoin on purpose, so we'll have some information about that. So you guys stay with us. Mame will be back, and we'll have lots of great stuff for you. Give us a like, share this video, and get some good news out there about cryptocurrency. We'll be right back. Hi there, Mame. Thanks for joining us. I heard you got some cool weather rolling in to give you guys a break there on the East or West Coast.
I know, I love it. It's kind of a rainy, kind of very, easy day here in California today. So I kind of love it.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, we're having severe weather here in Oklahoma. So they said storms, lightning, and possibility of hail. So hopefully we keep good Wi-Fi through the show and bring everybody some interesting news. We started out. We're going to work backwards. Should we start out with the big Amazon news?
Sure, let's go for it.
There's kind of two stories floating around with Amazon. The latest one I heard was that Amazon denied the story that we started with. We were all excited. So maybe I should have started with the other story that they denied. So there was a story that Amazon was going to start receiving Bitcoin by the end of the year. It was an insider. Let me find that story first. I apologize. Let me jump in here. Where did I find it? Here it is. Sorry about that, guys. And I've kind of heard there's a lot of articles about this, and it's kind of, I'm not sure which, the chicken or the egg, which came first. And so I still think the jury's kind of out on this. Then there's the stories that, no, that's not true. It's just that they hired somebody to create a roadmap. But, we've been talking about this and have been hearing about Amazon accepting cryptocurrency. We've also been hearing stories that they're creating their own cryptocurrency for a long time now. It seems like we've been talking about this for a really long time. What are your thoughts on all this, Michelle?
Well, I actually saw, just like you said, when the news is all over the place and you're going to hear everything, I heard all the way up to it's accepting Litecoin and Bitcoin right now. And I'm like, that's a little bit too much. It may not be this far. But what is a fact is that they are hiring 100, crypto personnel. So people that really, either they are developers or understand the blockchain technology in general, product developers, product creators, marketing. So they have a whole range of positions that they recently announced. So that's real, and that is fact. They have a link button, and you have to sign up to Amazon Jobs, and from there you have access to a list of jobs that they have in the field. So they basically, it showcases that they are heading on that direction. But in any sense, I think they just don't want any speculation around it. So they are, given the news that they denied anything like that, it's kind of like, hey, don't speculate, don't create news. We'll announce it when it comes, if it comes, but who knows if they are going to come up with their own cryptocurrency, if they are actually going to adopt an existing cryptocurrency. Maybe they are hiring the personnel to really try to understand what to do, and I would hope that they make use of, a cryptocurrency, any proof of work that is already available would be nice. Like Bitcoin, Litecoin would be just perfect for it. So,
we were watching Cheddar, which is like a tech news channel, and there was a guy they were interviewing, and he was talking about what a drastic wave of adoption this would be, because all the moms that order all their stuff for their household, they've already been taught how to shop online, and there is that trust and adoption of using tech. And this would be a way that, whether they're using, like you said, an existing proof of work or an existing cryptocurrency or their own cryptocurrency or token, that there would be a sense of trust there. And the education would go really quickly, I think, with it going through Amazon.
You got to think with these companies, like these large corporations, they are there, they are catering to their customers. So they analyze a lot of data. And I would assume that by now, even the credit cards, the crypto credit cards that are being used, started being used in the last couple of years, like the Flexa and those apps, they are starting to open a market share, and if they analyze how many purchases are coming from a crypto credit card, if that share keeps increasing, for example, they are going to want to cater to that demographic better. It's natural that as things gain more adoption, companies will eventually hire personnel to try to understand how they think, and they will eventually, adopt it in a way. And I think it's great because those apps, we are normally using either Bitcoin through the Lightning Network, or we are using Litecoin, through a Litecoin credit card, for example, that you can have a Litecoin credit card and you can shop using a Litecoin that gets converted and Amazon receives cash. So to them, they probably are receiving a lot of purchases from people that made the transaction initially coming from cryptocurrency. And I don't know, maybe they want to cater better to this market share of people who are shopping with crypto. And I hope that they go in the right directions. And, it's interesting news.
I wonder if they will hold some crypto. You know how you see these companies like Tesla, holding or putting cryptocurrency on their balance sheet. And, I was watching them talking about this shareholders call that's happening right now, or about to happen. I think it's at 4:30. I don't know if that's Eastern time, or I'm not sure what time, but that's about to happen. And it makes me wonder if, as these companies take this on, where they start receiving cryptocurrency, because right now, so many of them, even though they're receiving cryptocurrency, they are cashing into, or, swapping it out for USD. I think that'll be real interesting to see when that kind of next wave starts changing, where they keep it in.
Where they have a cash flow in crypto, and they feel like they want to maintain some of that cash flow for future investments. And instead of, because a lot of companies, they do that, they will, hold money for research, they'll hold money for future, but they may choose to hold in a different currency. I don't know. It could be once they have the capability of accepting crypto, they'll have so much more. And I would assume, this is me assuming, okay, because Amazon is pretty diverse and they are a marketplace and they have huge global, access. So they have customers all over the world. And honestly, they might be tapping into the blockchain technology and DeFi more also to understand NFTs and how that whole market sphere is going to evolve, So that is because now we're working with products, NFTs are products of this technology, and they are a huge worldwide marketplace. And how are they going to cater to that? Will people need a wallet to be able to make a purchase of an NFT on their site and all those things? It's very intricate. They can hire me if they want, but you got to call me. I'm not going to sign up for Amazon.
That's right. That would be interesting if you had so would they have their Amazon wallet?
Yeah.
Well, that would be really interesting to see what that's going to look like. It's just incredible what that all looks like.
It truly is. So I don't know, but they, because they're not hiring, they're hiring 5 people, but they're hiring 100. So they say it's 100. In the article by Cointelegraph, if I'm not mistaken, it was 100 that they noted there. So it's a large number of people. And I would assume they want to create, they're putting a lot of people to work in a lot of things. I mean, one person can do a lot. Imagine 100 of them.
Yeah, no, that's a significant hire. Well, and it's a lot of trust. I mean, they're going into this whole new venture in something they know very little about, and then they're hiring this whole team. Hiring 100 people to branch into something that to take their company into a whole new. I
think a lot of cool things may come in the future. It may not be as close as the headlines are indicating, by the end of the year or by the blah, blah, blah. Imagine 100 people are coming in until you organize this personnel, and it takes some time,
Well, but I guess they've been through this before. If we think about it, Amazon was originally a bookstore.
Right.
I mean, if we think back to that so they've been through this kind of huge jump in their in growth and transition of their company into this whole online mega store
world. It's crazy, almost, and a transition into brick to mortar too, because now they have huge warehouses and super centers. It's definitely like a Walmart, global Walmart,
but online. It's the online version of that. For sure.
So, but cool. Let's see something interesting. This is probably the first news, but I thought it was so interesting. The Olympic ones, U.S. lawmakers urge Olympic athletes to not use the digital yuan. That's by Cointelegraph. So it says that 3 U.S. senators have signed a letter urging Olympic athletes from using digital yuan. It basically forbids athletes from using or accepting it. It's like, hey, you cannot use. And in an allegation that it can be traced and tracked by People's Bank of China, the currency could surveil athletes upon their return to the USA. So if you get exposed, it's like TikTok number 2. I'm just kidding.
True. Yeah.
TikTok number 2. If someone says, here's free money, you say, no, I don't want it.
Is this the right article? But this is one similar. This is one I sent you. This isn't the one you're talking about, right?
No, this is more towards the end. That was sent me early that week.
Okay.
But it's okay. We don't even have to go back. I think we covered it. I just think it's interesting.
Very interesting. So they're warning. So how are they receiving these? They're getting digital yuan from China. It's the one you sent me. I'm so sorry. I see it now. Okay. This U.S. lawmakers are warning. So how are they receiving this?
Well, this is probably for the Winter Games of next year. So this is not for the Olympics that are going on right now, but they are basically just alerting, maybe when athletes go to China, they'll say, hey, don't use it, use
Mhm.
cash or use other forms, use your own credit cards, but don't download wallets and have digital yuan while in China, because supposedly it has like tracking capabilities within
So
its code. So basically you would have that, and then you would come back with it, and you can be traced and surveilled. Boo, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's a little weird. So if anyone traveling to China, if they offer you, hey, why don't you get this digital money? Say, no, buddy, I don't need it. I'm okay. Unless you want to come back and have your money spy on you. I don't know how to explain, but that's a little bit what the article says. And that's by Cointelegraph. So go read the article and educate yourself about CBDCs. Most people that are in cryptocurrencies and understand blockchain technology, we are aware that these are not cryptocurrencies, decentralized cryptocurrencies. They are, made by the government, and they are centralized, and they have different capabilities. So sometimes when you talk about digital money, yes, a digital yuan is digital money, but it's not decentralized like a Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum. It is governed by a government. I'm not even sure if the code is open source. I would believe not. And so you're not sure what's, within the code itself. So that's why three US senators just said, hey, let's, just put a ban, try at least to prevent athletes from naively using it and then eventually being tracked when they come back to the USA. That's what the article says. Lisa, are you there? Lisa is gone, so I'm gonna continue on. Might as well. And the other one that we were gonna talk about is BNY Mellon just joined 6 banks in backing new Bitcoin exchange called Pure Digital. So BNY Mellon, for those who don't know, it's the oldest financial institution, the oldest bank in the USA. And basically they joined 6 other banks, so I think they make the 6, so 5 other banks, and they created a consortium to basically create an exchange, a crypto exchange. It's going to be called Pure Digital, and supposedly it's going to start functioning as of next week. So if you look around and see Pure Digital, or if you see marketing for a new exchange in the USA, you know that this exchange is actually backed by 6 banks. So imagine 6 banks coming together to compete with Coinbase, with Bittrex, with Binance. So the circle is tightening, and we have more players coming into the game. I'm not sure, in my opinion, that's giving you guys like my strict personal opinion. I think they are a little bit late because so much of the exchange business has been shifting into the DeFi. So a lot of the knowledgeable cryptocurrency users these days know that DeFi is an option, but it's still exchange rates sometimes are more favorable when Ethereum rates are so expensive, for example. So you kind of have to gain experience to kind of make use of the DeFi space wisely. So I do think that for the newbies and for the newcomers into the space, exchanges such as Pure Digital, that comes from their trusted bank. And FTX is another example of big consortium of corporations. So you're seeing a lot of, the banks and old players in the financial industry taking a shift and following the lead of these innovators, trendsetters, such as Coinbase, and however, I do think Coinbase, for example, is one of the first ones, if not the first one, solid exchange in the USA. So you do have that, market advantage no matter what for being the first there. Not only Coinbase and Kraken and Bittrex and Binance, who is having a little bit of heat outside of the US, because in the US I feel like they already covered a lot of the issues with Binance USA. However, in Brazil and in other countries, you do see Binance having to do few changes as regulation evolves in those countries as well. So another news, let's go. I'm not sure if Lisa is with me, you guys. Do you guys see Lisa? Say hi, if you guys let me know what you see, if you guys can still hear me. Can you still hear me? Is it going? Say yes if you can still see what I'm talking about. And because Lisa is the streamer and I'm just a guest, so I'm not really sure if I'm being transmitted or not, but no, Tom. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, Mama Bear. Thank you so much. So I'll keep on going because we have really fun news, you guys. Bitcoin, we were like holding it for, I would say, probably 2 months, like in that price level of, between 30 and 32. We were, in that short range over there. And all of a sudden, we took this leap towards 40,000 over the weekend. And I think the news is, partially what helps drive the market. I mean, it's not what is in a specific. There isn't one specific news that drives the market, but I think, you can kind of feel the overall atmosphere about cryptocurrencies in general. And in the past few weeks, we were getting a lot of the same, almost repetitive Elon Musk kind of news. And now we're getting really exciting things and a lot of development. And another one of them is the world's largest Bitcoin ATM network signed an exclusive partnership with Circle K to deploy several ATMs in the US and Canada. So they have already installed 700 ATMs in 30 states around the USA, and they are going for more. Soon you're gonna see a Bitcoin ATM in, maybe hopefully every Circle K in town. And that's pretty significant for adoption, to know that it's available, brand recognition as well. People are going to see, they're going to shop for their, milk. They're going to come into the store and they're going to see, what's this? What is Bitcoin? And then they're going to, start their educational process. So, it's very significant news for Bitcoin, I would say. I love that this is happening. It's a big step. I still would love to see ATMs in the mom and pop stores, not only in chains, because I think the power of the P2P is really significant. But the fact that it's going to get spread out throughout America and Canada this fast really excites me. Number 4 is tomorrow the U.S. Senate Banking Committee will hold a hearing entitled Cryptocurrencies, What Are They Good For? And the headline actually talks about, and the article says, we kind of already know that some senators believe the correct answer is nothing. But honestly, if they get the right personnel to answer this question, how much it is a solution for the current problems we have, right? It's decentralized, it is, immutable, incorruptible, it's pure in its form, it's organic, as it grows, it becomes more powerful, and it has less danger of attacks. The power of decentralized networks is just amazing. And then you separate that from finance and you look at just that blockchain technology and the capability that it gives to organize things in a new way, basically a new form of a database, that could be centralized or decentralized. It depends on the purpose, depends on what you're using it for. And something that will probably change so many, that will change so many factors in our society in the future. So if you know and understand the technology, it's fantastic. So hopefully they have good personnel there that can explain what it is good for. So another news that Lisa wanted to highlight today, not sure where she went. I hope she's okay. She mentioned she was having a storm locally, and her connection we may lose her connection, but it's funny because we still have the connection going on here, and that's why I'm maintaining the show for us and in hopes that she will come back and be able to finalize it with me. But we definitely have a little more to cover. So it may be a little shorter today because we're not chit-chatting about it. I don't have a buddy to chit-chat about the news. If you guys want, Jenny saying, you are doing great, mommy. Oh, thank you, Rick. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, Lisa is back.
We're back. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, my power flashed and my Wi-Fi was out, but we're back.
I'm glad because it kept the stream running, and I was able to cover like 3 or 4 here already.
Awesome. Okay.
You'll see, like there was no tomorrow.
I'm sure you did a great job. Thank you guys for encouraging her in the chat. You guys are awesome, and I'm glad we got the information going. So you have to catch me up. Where are we? Or just tell me where we are. What story
I was going to mention now that DG got listed into cryptomat.io.
Yes,
so that was something cute to highlight. Celsius is also, mentioning that, they are putting in like 54 million investment in Core Scientific, which is leading in the industry of carbon neutral mining. Totally up my alley. I love it. And setting the standard for energy efficiency in mining around the globe. So this is definitely something I want to watch for. I already went to Core Scientific and and looked some information about them. And I like the fact that people are investing. Celsius, a large company, is investing in clean mining, and I think that's great for cryptocurrency reputation as well. So I thank Celsius for putting this effort because I think that will bring benefits for everyone. The more we can use renewable energies, the better. And that's
a big trend, I think holding them accountable. That was another thing. I saw another article about, them getting rid of some of the old, outdated Bitcoin miners. And but now there's like, I saw some guy was tweeting today and he's like, oh, I take my miner with me everywhere. And it was like this big. And just more efficiency and in the technology advancing and all that. So
I was surprised because I knew Celsius, one branch. If you go to Alex Majinski's personal webpage, you're gonna see that part of their business is in mining. So you do have the app and the interest earning capabilities within the app, but they also have, behind everything, I did a little bit of research, and there is a mining operation, and I read that it's 100% sustainable. So they are really focused into using only clean energy, and I was really proud. I was like, wow, that's nice, because they could have chosen a different route, but they are, they are thinking of the future, and I hope they continue to grow. That's a good thing. That's a good ethos, to have behind. And then library surpassed 2 milestones, which I love. 1 million blocks mined. That's the blockchain itself. So that's great. Congratulations. And 1 million channels created in the platform itself. So here it is, a whole concept running on the blockchain and fully functional with product and users and 1 million channels. So imagine how many users worldwide are taking advantage of this decentralized network.
Yeah, and there was an announcement today. Oh, go ahead, Mama. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know any announcements, so I'm excited.
Well, no, you won't be excited about it. There was a big announcement that big tech is going to be working with, and I was just trying to look for the name of it, but some action committee, they're going to create a database, and everybody that's considered like me, they are going to be putting together a list and shutting down their servers. And Jared Tate made a big tweet about it and talked about, you need to be looking for decentralized platforms and stuff. So you guys, there's my in the description, there's a coin tree, and you can go find me on Library, which Odyssey is the platform. So if you guys will, please go sign up for Odyssey and follow me there, and as well as on pill.net, just at least one other platform, so that as we go through this, because it's getting a little hairy out there, they are not messing around.
Really, Lisa? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I hope we have a future in library and Odyssey as well, because all this thing is such a new product. I'm putting a lot of energy, and sometimes I say, I love there, but who knows what the future holds. I'm also prepared in case it goes south, and unfortunately, we no longer have the platform itself, because it is censorship free, and who knows how long we gonna have this type of places available. I hope for a very long future. Right. Then you tell me I would love to know what's really happening to Lisa. I love you. I love your channel, and let's talk about Theta network, cross-chain bridge to Ethereum. So we talk about innovation because, technological innovation is something that, we can talk about. And
I'll just share this really quick so you guys I won't talk about it, but I'll just let them read it, so that they can know what's going on.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I would say those are getting old anyways.
well, it's their definition of what those things are. This is the other one that you have to be careful, because of those definitions of what a extremist is subject. So anyway, I'm sorry. So we'll go back to cryptocurrency news and Theta.
Yeah. No, I feel sad because, in a way, I am married to a Muslim guy, and in my life, when we were really young and we had the terrorism attack, just the fact that his name is Ali, sometimes we had a little bit more trouble in airports, and we have to go through more security checks and things like that. And when I travel alone, because I'm Brazilian, Michelle, I don't have to go through those access things. And so I can understand, but at the same time, I would say it's temporary. It has easen out over time. This profiling, this weird thing that goes on, and it's periodic. I don't know why it happens. And it's just said, and I hope we can get to a place of acceptance, and we can always speak our minds in a free way.
Yes, we should. We should in free countries for sure.
For sure, yes,
Definitely.
and oh, it breaks my heart that we go through stuff like that. And let's
But
talk
that's
about,
why we're building decentralized platforms and looking for the things in the future that are positive. And that's
yeah,
Jared Tate has a great some great information and advice. If you guys check out his Twitter today too, he's talking about some solutions. So check that
yeah.
out too.
It's yeah, we're gonna be okay in the world. We have to pray and believe that things are gonna be okay. That's
Yes.
and
Just work through it.
technology may solve some of our issues
Yeah,
here and there.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
a learning process for sure.
It really is. And
So
cross chain, I love this type of news because we think, we talk about the interoperability of blockchains and the fact that we are going to be merging through them, and it's going to be so much easier, to just transition from one to the other. Right now, we have systems that don't behave well. For example, if you go on Uniswap, you can't really, you got to wrap your Bitcoin and you got to wrap this, unwrap that. It's a little intricate for the average user to transition through blockchains. And I think when we have more interoperability and it becomes more mainstream, I think it will be easier for us to use products and wallets and understand more of the meaning of everything that is being created behind. So I'm anxious to test those things, but at the same time, I know, like, when from announcement to actually, using it and having fun with it, it takes a little time. For example, we had the announcement of the Theta NFT market space. It's there, but it's great, but it's not fully functioning. Like there are issues because it's on the blockchain and it's because community driven, and things take a little bit of time. So I always tell people and the average consumer to be patient with, products and platforms and things, because it takes time, to improve on them. And
this
the
is exciting though, because all of that, like you said, that news with Theta and the NFTs, and then seeing this cross bridge with Ethereum, I wonder if it will affect the use of the all the noise on Ethereum, and if it'll loosen some of that up and people will start using Theta more once the NFT is in
for sure.
in full use.
I think, like, for example, just like on, you go on OpenSea or you go to Wax platforms these days, and you can actually transition and shop using Ethereum on the Wax platform. You can actually change tokens, and then you're gonna be able to see Theta NFTs in OpenSea and Ethereum marketplaces, for example. And it's going to be more visible, and those are more established right now. You have more buyers there, you have more people looking for products there. So I think that's what they want, be able, instead of having to have people come to their shop, they want to be able to wholesale, they're not individually, because we are creators of those NFTs, but it's almost like now we will be able to showcase our NFTs in a variety of spaces. And you're seeing that already, like this interoperability. I think in the future you're gonna have, even on OpenSea, a variety of different
across other markets.
Yeah. It's all going to be available. It's a little crazy how they merge and how it all blends together. And that's why I think it's hard to see how the future of everything is going to be when it's all blended in and interoperability there. But remember, imagine before wallets weren't interoperable. you couldn't have like an Edge wallet or a Trust wallet in your phone that actually fitted all your coins. You wouldn't be able to put Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin and NAD on the same wallet. You would have to have one different wallet for this, one different wallet for that, and one different wallet for that. And then you got Igor I forgot his last name, but it's a, I think, Russian or Polish, Vinchenko or something very pretty.
Yeah.
He developed Trust wallet, and he said, I'm going to work on interoperability. I want to make sure that within one wallet you can hold all your coins. First, he worked on Ethereum because he saw that Ethereum, having it be ERC20 was the best because most of the tokens were ERC. So by having it function on Ethereum would give him, a really large coverage. But it doesn't have the main one, Bitcoin, Litecoin. It didn't have space for other blockchains in there. So he added that capability into that wallet. So now I remember when Bitcoin got added into Trust Wallet, I was like, yay, I can now hold my Bitcoin together with my other, So all these steps are very little, but that's just within a wallet. You have that interoperability, but it's not perfect. It's not like that is a Bitcoin wallet. The address is slightly different, how it has a name in front, doesn't have a name. Some little things like that. So it's interesting. And imagine when everything is interoperable, like some wallets.
They may not even know. I mean, at that point, will they even know which coins they're using or that they're, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just crazy to think about what that's going to look like in the future,
Now I go on Shapeshift, for example, which, by the way, just gave me an airdrop of Fox tokens. It was a silent DeFi airdrop. I've been using Shapeshift because I didn't love Ledger much, and I always use the KeepKey. I have a Ledger too, but KeepKey is my favorite because of the Shapeshift platform. I really like Eric Voorhees, and I wanted to support him. Okay. So long time ago, that's long time as 2019, I think, on the Bitcoin conference in San Francisco. I met him over there, and he told me, no, you can actually trade directly from your KeepKey, in my platform. And I would go into the platform in my computer, log in, basically DeFi it out, connect my KeepKey. And I was trading it, just like you trade on Uniswap, but I was doing it on Shapeshift because instead of doing it on a risky space that you can transfer, why not hold your keys and trade, just for a split second. So that was very new. And I've been doing that for a little while. I don't trade much, but whenever I need to flip something to something, I try to do it there, although the options are not as broad. And then I get, Eric Voorhees last week just said, we're going full DeFi now and Shapeshift, go check if you have an airdrop.
Very
cool.
Was like,
ooh, I was happy, girl. Everybody, how the Uniswap happened? Just a week ago, I had a Shapeshift airdrop. If you use Shapeshift, go in, connect. There is a little Foxy Cleopatra there for you guys. Fox, it's called the Shapeshift coin, and it was well worth the experience. And I don't even know what we were talking about anymore. You see, I got lost in a thing.
We have a Uniswap. Actually, that was my thumbnail, was the little Uniswap article. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's cool. Let's go there. Let's see.
Want to go there? The Uniswap lab limits. And I wasn't able to find the article. Oh, now I can't even pull up.
I read it. I think it's same thing with Binance. Uniswap Labs limits access to some tokens on, that was on CoinDesk. And then I'm like, oh, what the heck is happening, right? But it's the stock related.
It is. It's the stock related ones. And this is where I think they're trying to kind of front run the either SEC or the, the regulations and stuff, it seems like.
Yeah. So that was interesting, but I don't think
There's a
it
lot of
applies.
them. It was like 140 of them or something. And another article, I couldn't find that article. I found this article instead. But
It may be a good thing to keep it clean, because I wonder how many things are there. Because the fact that it's decentralized, I'm always like very cautious when I access this type of places, the pools, and what's what, which coin is what. You gotta kind of validate and check, the contract addresses. Just do your I don't even know how to say the word.
due diligence. Yes, you're right.
Yes, do your homework when playing in
Always.
decentralized platforms, but enjoy airdrops. I'm just kidding.
Do your homework, but take all
Just
the
kidding.
benefits. Do all the good stuff.
Yeah, you have to.
Let's see.
And then Argentinian province Misiones plans to use its own stable coin. So you having
Yes.
in Argentina like a little area of the country, like a little,
That's exciting.
province, creating. Is that the beginnings of a citadel, Lisa? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm keeping my options open for
Yes,
everything
I
right now.
know. Kind
Yeah.
of close to Brazil. I wouldn't mind. They have good
What?
steaks.
Yeah, good
They do
food,
good.
nice weather, better weather than this, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
No,
was
I hear
exciting.
Argentina is beautiful, and it's sad because they've been through economic turmoil for such a long
Mhm.
time, and I hear it's such a beautiful country, such a beautiful culture. Usually, Brazilians have a little issue because of our soccer little issue, but I'm not one of them. I really love Argentinians, and I would love to come to the country and support one of these days. I want to stop.
We're gonna have an opportunity to travel again when we get through all this stuff.
I know.
Um, did we get to the Bitcoin article?
Oh yeah, that one is a
I
great
wanted to touch on that
article.
one too, because I think that was another,
Yeah,
something positive.
I didn't. I didn't cover that one. That was number 10 here. Oh, it's still
Oh,
on the list.
okay. All right. Yeah, so, it's more of it looks like more of the CBDC kind of and of course
I
they
know. I
deleted
was
it.
gonna say by the time you send me the
Um,
link, I went to access it today and there was nothing there. So unfortunately, I couldn't read that one.
Well, basically, we're looking at a Bitcoin or they're looking at replacing cash with digital currency. I think it's interesting when you sent that first, the warrant, they're already warning about, when we have the Olympics in China, don't use the China digital yuan because they can track your stuff. But here, use ours.
Yeah.
But all these
The,
other countries,
the
and
queen,
so
the queen has made one that is
yes, it's
tiny.
fine.
It's
It's fine.
fine. Look,
Yeah.
baby George. I'm just kidding. Loves it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just.
I'm sure it's fine. Oh my goodness.
I agree. Yes, they will just, keep track of your underwears and have your.
Everything. Bye.
Other than
Um,
that, I'm just kidding. It is.
yeah,
It's getting scary out there, and
yeah.
yeah. Let's see, But CBDCs, I think are going to be a tendency, but at the same time, I do think that how China does will play a part on how the world will follow suit. And few episodes back we talked a little about, because I did a little bit of a research, and China was hoping for a better acceptance of the digital yuan. They still
Mhm.
have a lot of their mobile payment market taken by WeChat and Alibaba. So it didn't
Oh,
pick up as a trend as they thought it would. So
well, and
I
even with them remember they put that expiration date on it, trying to force people to use it. So
at
even
the
with that, people were, I guess, a little hesitant in embracing it, which is
same,
interesting.
yeah, I think that will play a part on how other countries will follow suit, or the techniques they'll do to appeal to them. Honestly, I'm kind of happy, it's not working out great.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
So
it's like,
one of
okay,
the
you
yeah,
try.
you tried. Good on you. And maybe that was an education for people about digital currencies. And maybe from that, they learned the difference about having assets in their own, having hard assets like Bitcoin and Litecoin and gold and silver assets in their own possession. I thought this was an encouraging thing to end on. Bobby Lee, which is our own Charlie Lee's brother, the CEO of Ballet Wallet, was interviewed by Bloomberg, and he gave a little crypto prediction. Everybody loves a little crypto prediction, and they highlighted it in the thread. His forecast for Bitcoin, he said, I don't give financial advice, but personally, I'm confident that the later half of this year, Bitcoin will go back above 65,000. I think it will peak out over 250,000 later this year. Then he warns next year will be a bear market cycle. So we'll see Bitcoin fall back down 50 to 80% from the all-time high. I think Bitcoin will have its bull cycle 3 or 4 years. In the coming years, I expect Bitcoin to pass $1 million to $2 million easily in the next 10 to 15 years. In fact, the next cycle, I predict the year 2024 to 2025, and that's when Bitcoin will cross $500,000. It might even touch 1 million. So
I,
short term,
God willing.
yes, that all sounds like some sweet news to our ears, and it also sounds like some turmoil for the rest of the world that doesn't know about Bitcoin. So, all of you guys, you're ahead of the game. You're listening. You've got your head above water, and you're in the right place. So,
Oh, sure. Oh,
very
yeah.
interesting stuff. But
I think we covered everything, Lisa. We did a
I
pretty
think
good
so.
job.
And thank you so much for carrying the show when I was
I,
left you
I,
out.
what I covered while you left was the BNY Mellon one, the
Yeah.
world's largest Bitcoin ATM, and the U.S. Senate Banking Committee saying, "What is crypto good for?" Well,
Good, because I
I'll
didn't want to be around for any of that.
I think you missed nothing, and we had fun today. Thanks everyone
Okay.
for staying with us, sticking around without Lisa for a few minutes.
Definitely. Definitely. Well, you guys, thanks so much for joining us. I really appreciate you. And please remember to check out Mame's blog. The link is in the description. And you guys can find all of the ways that you can support the show. And please give us a like, share this video, get that information out there. And we'll see you guys next time on The New Normal. Take care.
Thank you.